Right now, we're going to go over to another farm and we're gonna harvest a 110-acre cornfield. All right, now I'm in the 7130 with 2 wagons. We're gonna bring them over to the other farm. Dad has a truck with 2 wagons. And then we're gonna go back to the home farm and get the combine and the grain cart and the other tractor, the 240. Alright guys, we got all the sets of wagons down at the end of the field, down where we're starting to harvest. Now we're gonna take the grain cart and just chase Dad back and forth on the field. Well, I'm not gonna be able to run the grain cart too long because I'm gonna have to be dumping loads, wagon loads, into the bin pretty much constantly if it's yielding really well. We gotta go unload again. Dad filled up the grain cart while I was unloading the wagons. So now I filled up almost 4 blue wagons. So I have to go dump these now. So let's go. Well, Dad plugged up his clean grain elevator. It just brings the grain up to the grain tank after it's done threshing it in the combine. It got plugged up because it's yielding so good in some spots. But now he emptied it out the elevator on the ground. So now I gotta scoop it up. How convenient, huh? Good enough for me, it'll have to be good enough for him.
That might be just me, but it looks like rain is coming. I don't know. Looks like it to me, but maybe not.
To you guys what I'm doing outside with a handyman jack underneath the auger. So what happened is the auger in the wind is blowing off of the center hole on the top. That's where the corn goes in, or any grain, but right now the corn is going in right out the end of the auger into the bin. Well, the wind is blowing the auger off of that hole, so sometimes corn is falling right onto the roof and right onto the ground. So to solve that, I took the handyman jack and put it on the side that's low, so I jacked it up and it raised it up and evened it out. Now I'm gonna go let the auger down into the hole so it stays in there and doesn't blow out.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I lifted it up, kind of off the ground. Not all the way off the ground, just partially. That should be good enough.
All right, so we're done unloading these 2 wagons. No, we'll probably have to unload another 2 wagons right away. Well, we got done with that little piece in the back. Now we're gonna start on this big piece. It's really supposed to be 1 piece all the way, but it's divided by waterways. But technically it's 1 big field. Okay guys, so we got these 2 wagons full. We're just gonna take those up, we're gonna dump them, and then that grain cart we're gonna fill up, and then we're gonna tarp it, bring it up to the farmyard, and then we're gonna quit for the night. So I think Dad's just finishing up his round, and I think that'll fill up the grain cart. We'll roll the tarp on it just in case it rains. Like I said, bring it up to the farmyard, dump these wagons, then we're gonna be done for the night. Okay guys, so I'm bringing the grain cart from down there in the corner of the field. I'm bringing it up to the farmyard. So I'll continue this video when we start harvesting, probably late tomorrow morning. We're gonna first unload this grain cart to the wagons and unload the wagons into the bin. I'll probably record that. But I'll continue this vlog whenever we come back and start either unloading wagons or harvesting. All right guys, it's the next day. The grain cart's full. We're gonna unload it into the wagons, and then from the wagons into the bin. Gonna head back and start harvesting some corn. I won't be in the grain cart long because we're gonna have to go unload wagons once 2 get full. So I'll try to get a lot of good footage while I'm in the grain cart and near the combine.
The wind this morning and yesterday night or evening blew these wagons, twisted it, just blew them, rolled them back, and they jackknifed. They weren't perfectly straight together, like they were pulled out when I dumped them off last night. But when I just came up, like that. So I'm just going to drive forward a little and straighten them out. And the wind has found another victim. Looks like I'm going to have to go get some wood blocks to park behind these wagons. The wind just rolls them right back. Unloading. The wind is so strong that it's blowing the corn from my auger, blowing it out onto the ground, just kind of blowing it by out of the wagon. It's crazy windy today. Unloading wagons again. It's ridiculously windy. Too windy today.
the grain cart to unload the grain that's on the grain cart into the wagons. All we've been doing all day is just unloading wagons. I don't even know how many trips we've made up here. I haven't been counting, but I know we've made a lot of trips up here with wagons to unload into the bin. This thing is really heavy. It's almost full. Quite a load. Oh yeah, she's heavy. I can feel it bouncing at the tongue down there. So it's heavy. Whoopsie. Okay guys, so Dad is done harvesting for the evening. Right now he's cleaning off the throat, got all the junk off of it. So what he's doing is he's gonna unload what he has on the combine onto the grain cart. The grain cart's full. We're gonna unload the grain cart onto the wagons, and then we'll unload the wagons into the bin. Then we'll be done for the day, and I'll probably end this vlog. But I'll get a few more shots before we're done with it. Okay, so now we gotta unload 3.5 wagons. 3.5 blue wagons, and then we can bring the combine down to the Maurer farm to put it in the shed for the weekend. And then we'll probably be done harvesting for a few days at least, because we want to let these bins dry down enough, then we'll fill them up again. Well, I guess I shouldn't say fill them up again. We'll finish filling them. We're taking the combine down to the other farm just 2 miles down the road. We're gonna put it in the shed for the weekend because it's supposed to rain, I think. For 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, the road is kind of dead. There's hardly any traffic. Okay guys, so we got about 70 acres done in total the past 2 days. That means we only have about 40 acres left to do, but that'll be another video. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.